Are the character meals at Walt Disney World worth the experience? Tune in today to hear our top 5.
Hi, welcome to Window on Main podcast. I'm Josh.
And I'm Riley.
Thanks for joining us today. Today our topic is, I think, going to be helpful to a lot of people who are planning their first or, I guess even their 10th Disney trip. Just trying to get ideas. One of the most important things, at least in my opinion, for your trip is dining. And
Yes.
if you have kids or you really want to kind of dive into the Disney experience, I think character meals are an important part of that. And we have a good amount of experience. We've been to quite a few. We've been to all of these. And so we figured we would spend some time today kind of talking about best character meals for certain circumstances, our personal favorite top 5. We didn't talk about this beforehand. We just kind of made our top 5 list. And just kind of going through that. Maybe it's helpful to you as you plan your trip.
Definitely. Like he said, there are 12 character meals, character experiences. There's actually 13, but they count one of them twice, and we'll talk about that later. But there's 12 locations that you can have a character dining experience, and we have been to all of them.
Let's talk. I guess one thing we should talk about is what even is character dining. Someone may not know. They've never been to Disney World.
A meal, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, depending on the location. Some of them have all 3, some of them have just 1, some of them have 2, where you have either a sit-down restaurant or a buffet experience, and then at least 4 or 5, I had to look at that, at least 4 or 5 characters are there. And so they are going table by table, and they'll come and you have like a unique experience with each character one at a time, so they're not all together. So it's kind of like when you stand in line in the parks and you meet the characters one-on-one. It's kind of like that, but at your table. So you're free to take the pictures. There's not a photo pass photographer there,
right?
Unless it's in a specific location. So you can talk to them, you can interact with them.
Get autographs.
Sometimes they have special costumes, which is extra fun. And just get a more personalized experience.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, these character meals cost anywhere from $40 to $90 per person, depending on if you're a child, which a child is 9 and under, or an adult 10 and above.
Yep.
I think they're counting on the 10-year-old to eat a little more than maybe that they do, but that's okay. Those are the stipulations for the prices. Some of them are prepaid, some of them are not.
Mm-hmm.
And at that price point, that is typically more than most of the restaurants in Walt Disney World. However, you are also paying for that specialized experience with the characters.
Mm-hmm. And we'll kind of go through as we talk about them, but some of them are kind of like Riley mentioned earlier. Some of them are buffets, some of them are family style, some are a la carte, and some are prefix menus. So they kind of have the whole gamut of experiences, of ways to get your food, I guess I would say.
Right. So there are 12, and just quickly naming them off. Is it pronounced Akershus?
I think it's Akershus. I think that's how it's pronounced.
I'm probably saying it wrong, so if you're from Germany, I'm sorry. But Akershus Royal Banquet Hall, this is in Epcot, and they have breakfast and dinner with the princesses. So it's right by the Frozen ride. Cape May Cafe takes place in the Beach Club Resort. It's breakfast only. Chef Mickey's is in the Contemporary. It is breakfast and dinner. So they close for lunch to redo the buffet.
Clean the floors.
Clean the floors. Yes, we'll touch on that. Cinderella's Royal Table is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It takes place in the castle. Crystal Palace, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It takes place, is that named specifically? It's in Magic Kingdom, but does the building have a name? Just Crystal Palace?
I just think it's still part of Main Street USA.
Oh, okay.
I would imagine.
It's right beside Casey's Corner?
Yeah, it's not in any of the lands. It's kind of flanking the main hub at the end of Main Street USA.
The glass, you can see the main hub and part of the castle, depending on where you're sitting. Garden Grill is in Epcot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Hollywood and Vine, this is the one they count twice. And the reason is because for breakfast, it's with Disney Junior characters, and for lunch and dinner, it's with Mickey, Minnie, Goofy and Pluto. So they count that as 2 separate character meals. It's the same experience, but different characters. Ohana is in the Polynesian only for breakfast. Ohana is also open for dinner, but that's a different meal and no characters. Storybook dining at Artist Point, which is in the Wilderness Lodge, is dinner only. Topolino's Terrace, breakfast only at the very tippy top at Disney's Riviera Resort with a beautiful view. Tusker House, which is in Animal Kingdom, they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And 1900 Park Fair, which is in the Grand Floridian, it is breakfast and dinner. So those are the
that's all of them.
12
Sounds like a lot.
Choices. Yes. And some of the characters throughout these are the same. Typically that's like Mickey and the gang. So some form of that, you have multiple chances to meet them. But then others, like you can only meet Stitch at Ohana. You could only meet the Evil Queen at Storybook Dining. One that is on this list that I left out.
It's not a character meal. I'll fight anybody on that one.
It used to be closer than it is now.
Sure.
Be Our Guest. They call this a character meal. It has character meal prices and character meal ambiance.
Now it's a beautiful restaurant.
It's worth checking out.
One of the most beautiful, most themed restaurants in Disney.
But it is not on my consideration for top 5 because it is not a character meal.
Right.
You used to, pre-COVID, go in and go down the West Wing, maybe, I don't know, go down into the chambers or whatever, and then you met the Beast, and then you went to dinner. You don't do that anymore. Now the little song plays, and he just walks through, doesn't stop at your table, and waves. So no autographs, no hugs. He doesn't stop. You can't approach him. I mean, he's got the character helpers everywhere that make sure that kids stay away, and he just waves. So, in my opinion, that is not a character meal.
Right. Now, we really enjoyed Be Our Guest.
Oh, absolutely.
That to the side of that. I mean, we really enjoy it. It's just when you're considering character meals, I think if you're specifically going to eat a meal to meet characters, that shouldn't be considered. Because
and it's only him. Like, he's the only one there.
Right.
Whereas the other ones have at least 4, if not 5, characters. So, Be Our Guest, not a character meal.
Yeah.
Meal you should try, but not a character meal.
And for all of these, I mean, the list of just looking at the meals offered and the character, I think we've actually done all of the meals at all of these, except for Riley may have done this. I have not done dinner at 1900 Park Fair.
I have not.
So I think
Only
that might be
twice.
the only one that I haven't done. But breakfast was very good. So we have pretty good experience.
Interesting thought. Yeah, I don't know. We have.
And a lot of these we've done multiple times.
We have a list of them in front of us, so that's why we're looking at it and print it off for reference. There's a lot of them.
It's hard to remember them all.
It is, for sure. All right, you want to get into fighting territory?
Sure. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay. Do you want to? How about we do like 5, 4? Like we both do 5, and then we both do 4.
And I will say, I mean, I guess we can talk about this a little in the recap too, but just because it's our favorite, there are reasons on my list. I was very
picky,
biased, I guess is the word.
Okay.
I didn't necessarily, I picked my 5 favorites. Those won't be your 5 favorites. Some of them are based on nostalgia reasons for our family and tradition reasons, which we'll kind of explain as we go through. But on this list, there will be ones that we don't care for that your family likes and ones that we like and you don't. And
I had to rank them all in order to know what my top 5 were. And my number 12, which is last place, would be somebody else's number 1.
Right.
I know it,
Sure.
and that's okay. None of them are terrible experiences. None of them are bad. The ranking criteria that I kind of used when considering my top 5 would be the character interaction. So this is a little bit of our experience, what we've had, who we've gotten to interact with, who we really enjoyed, where we felt rushed, where we didn't feel rushed. The atmosphere or the theme played a big part in that. The ease of the reservation. Some of these are much harder to get in than others. The food quality. That's a big one. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Typically what you'll find is people will say character meals have the lowest food quality. I would disagree with that.
I would too.
I've never had a bad meal, but there's definitely more where it's like forgettable.
If you're going for the food only, there are much better restaurants at Walt Disney World. Absolutely.
Hands down.
But
on almost all of them.
But you're not going to get there's usually something for everyone
Yep.
at these. I think you'd be hard pressed to not find something you would like.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I also considered the value for the money. While these are all higher priced, some of them are higher priced than the rest of them. And then lastly, the unique factor. So does it have something different that sets it apart from everything else?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I used.
And again,
As opposed to.
I just looked at the list and said it was pretty easy for me. There may be one or two I would flip depending on the day, but I
Yeah,
think I was
same.
pretty set on definitely my number one. I think that I haven't seen her list, but I know that we'll agree on what number one is.
It's probably the same if we're going to be
But
honest.
they may change back and forth, but I was pretty hard set on my top five. And our trips reflect that. I mean, every one of our top five we've done multiple times because we enjoy it. Now, some frame of reference, in case you've never watched any of our videos, we are a family of four. We have two girls, Aria and Isla, and they are, Aria is 11 and Isla is 7. But we've been going to Disney World pretty much regularly since Isla was born.
Yeah.
We had been once before.
Our first
with
big
just
trip,
Aria.
Aria was 4 and Isla was 6 weeks old.
Yeah, she was 6 because we planned it before we even knew
Before
Riley
she
was
existed.
pregnant. And so, so we've been going a while, and we've kind of seen our kids go from, we've kind of had their experience from newborn to all the way up to Aria at 11. And Aria is our big character. Isla enjoys that.
Yes.
But,
Aria will stand in all the lines.
but we went just on a father-daughter trip, Aria and I let her pick everything. And we ate a character meal
Every day.
every single day, and sometimes twice a day. And so she's really big on it and really enjoys it.
But that's
But yeah,
okay.
that's
While
us.
she likes it, we're going to let her do that because it's fun. It's
For
fun
sure.
meeting characters.
So do you want to talk about, do you want to do our top five, or do you want
Yeah.
to, okay.
Let's do our
Yeah,
top
sure.
5 first.
What's
your 5?
All right, my number 5, which comes with an asterisk, which I will explain, is Cinderella's Royal Table.
Okay.
In my opinion, everyone should do this once. It is, I believe, the most expensive character meal on the list.
For sure.
But you want to talk about value. There are 5 characters at Cinderella's Royal Table.
5 princesses.
5 princesses. Let's talk about the first thing. It's in Cinderella's castle.
Yep.
Something we like to do is a lot of times we'll tie it in. If we take the girls to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, we will do that before we go to Cinderella's Royal Table for dinner. So the girls are dressed up in princess outfits. The princesses love it. And it gives them something to talk about and makes for a fun experience. I think I would
Also,
say.
the food there is really good.
It
In my
is.
experience.
It's a prefix meal, I believe. So I think that's right.
Is it for dinner?
I think it is.
I
I
feel
think
like
you
I
get
get steak.
appetizer, entree, and dessert. I'm pretty sure is right.
You can pick your entree,
I might
right?
be wrong on that. You pick, well, prefix just means you pay one set price and you pick an
Yes.
appetizer, entree, dessert.
See, I'm thinking be our guest where it's like, oh no, you pick your entree there too. Just kidding. Never mind.
And the food is good. And something that I will say is surprisingly for kind of what most people would consider the one you got to get character meal. It's not a very big restaurant.
No.
It's very small, but they turn the tables very quickly. And that's a tendency of a lot of the very popular restaurants at Disney. We're kind of going on a tangent here, but you sometimes have to be intentional about slowing your waiter or waitress down, not being unreasonable, but you don't have to order your appetizer, entree, and dessert when you sit
same
down
time.
at the table with your drink. You can say, let me look at the appetizers first if you don't mind. No, they'll always say yes. But you're paying a good amount of money to be there. You should enjoy your time within reason. But Cinderella's Royal Table, you enter at from the back of the castle, the little pass-through, and you walk in and you get to meet, so this is, as far as I know, the only character meal with a PhotoPass photographer.
Yes. I feel like there used to be one at Akershoes with
Right.
Belle, but they're not there anymore.
Yeah, and so you walk in, and I think, I forgot about that. There was one. So you walk in, and you walk right in once it's your reservation time, and you stand in line, and the girls or whoever wants to gets to meet Cinderella. Cinderella just by herself. And so the photographer will take the photos, and you kind of wait before they call you to go upstairs, which is where the meal is.
And they announce you as a royal family.
Yeah. And then while you're there, 4 princesses at random.
Yes.
But you can pretty much bank on the fact it's going to be like big name ones, essentially.
Oh, yes.
I think
Most often, Ariel, Jasmine, Merida has been there quite a bit.
Aurora is almost always there.
Belle is not because she is
Correct.
in her little story area.
Yeah.
And then sometimes Snow White.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Snow White.
So just depending on, who's there.
But princesses.
But
So
always Cinderella.
if you have a princess loving kid, this is a great one.
Yes, definitely.
A good tip. So they have breakfast and dinner at Cinderella's royal table. Breakfast is always cheaper.
Yep.
I don't think it's
Not
a lesser.
significant.
Right. I don't think it's not a lesser experience.
Nope.
It just depends on what you want. I think I prefer dinner. The food wise over breakfast. Not that breakfast was bad. I typically prefer dinner food over breakfast food, anyways. But we enjoy it. We've done it multiple times. Riley and I actually did it just when she and I just went, which was nice because we actually got to sit at one of the tables by the window.
Yeah.
Because there were just 2 of us.
People. Yeah. Which is really pretty.
But what do you think about it? I think I've kind of exhausted. We just really enjoy it. But I don't know if I said my asterisk. My asterisk is I don't think you have to do it more than one time.
Have to, no.
If you have a princess loving kid, I mean, if you're a Disney fan in general, eating the castle is a pretty cool thing. But it is pricey. It's a hard reservation to get.
That's what I was just about to say. It's the hardest one, actually.
And so, and food wise, if you're going for the food, it's good, but
I think it's good. I remember it being really good.
yeah. But there are other places I prefer to eat, just even in Magic Kingdom over Cinderella's royal table. But to eat in the castle is worth at least one trip.
Okay, my number 5.
Yeah.
Ohana. Ohana breakfast. So this is Mickey and friends, Mickey's best friend breakfast, I think is what it's called. So it's Mickey and Pluto and Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
It's in the Poly, which is our favorite resort. It is served family style, so all you care to enjoy of just a whole bunch of delicious food with pineapple bread, and they have pog juice there. If you don't know about pog juice, they have pog juice there, and then they play Hawaiian music and they do a little dance, and it's just a lot of fun. It's special. It's much larger, actually,
It's
I
a big
think,
restaurant.
than Cinderella's Royal Table, so they can fit more people in there. However, again, one of the hardest ones to get. I think the food matches the value there as far as price goes. I feel like it's delicious.
Oh, sure.
It's so good.
Yeah.
A lot of meats.
Yeah, I think they have sausage, ham, potatoes,
Bacon.
waffles.
Mickey waffles.
Yeah, they bring it out in a big skillet and you share it with your family. And if you want any more of one thing, you just ask your waiter or waitress and they'll bring it to you.
Which is the same story at dinner, but no characters there for dinner.
Right.
Like family
And,
styles.
yeah.
Yep. So Ohana's my number 5.
Ohana's great. Ohana is not on my list, but
It's okay.
and I think honestly, I think that's mostly because of breakfast versus dinner, which is interesting.
You're a big meat guy, right?
Yeah.
That's what Isla calls
Isla calls me big meat guy. There's plenty of meat there. But as far as I know, I mean, Stitch is a huge draw for a lot of Disney fans and a lot of kids. It's
the only
Isla's
place
favorite.
you can meet him. You
It's the
can't
only
meet
place
him
you
in the
can meet Stitch.
parks.
You can at certain times.
I guess
he's in
that's
Tomorrowland, and he's at most of the parties, I
Rarely.
believe, too.
Yes.
But if you want to meet Stitch, if you want to be sure you're going to meet Stitch on your trip any time of the year, have breakfast at Ohana.
In the air conditioning.
Yeah.
I mean,
And Mickey's in a Hawaiian shirt, and
Yes.
it's a good time. Now, I'm going to take a side note here. Isla and I actually had Ohana breakfast when we were there last time. A lot of these characters, they go on a rotation. And so in the restaurant, you can ask the staff, but I think in most places it's 60 to 90 minute rotation.
That's what they tell you.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's not 90 minutes.
But they go through the whole restaurant. That's how long it takes them to make the loop. And last time Isla and I were at Ohana, we sat down at our table and they were at the next table past us.
Ooh.
And we waited, and it's fine, it's part of what you get into. But we had finished our food and sat with our juice and coffee for another 20 minutes before the characters got to us.
Sweet slowly?
Yeah. A lot of people get worried. So Ohana is not an example of this, but they're going to make sure that you meet the characters.
Yeah.
You may have to wait a little bit and be respectful. There's lots of families there who are there for the exact same reason as you, but they'll make sure that you get to meet all the characters.
Yeah, your waiter or waitress, when they notice that you're getting finished, they'll ask you,
Yeah.
hey, have you met all the characters? And if you haven't, they'll make it happen.
Mm-hmm. But Ohana's, I'll take any excuse to go to the Poly. So.
All right, number 4.
Number 4. Sorry, I have it on my
It's okay.
notes on my phone. Tusker House.
Ooh.
Tusker House in Animal Kingdom. That is another one where I feel like more trips than not where we have been to Disney World, we go to Tusker House. Always. I think we've only been for dinner once.
I think you're probably right.
And I think that's mostly because of the way that our family just progresses through the park. We have a pretty set routine on what we like to do. We don't plan it because of efficiency, but it ends up being efficient. And we usually, our first ride of the day is Kilimanjaro Safaris, and usually we'll do Kilimanjaro Safaris and then go get some breakfast at Tusker House.
Yeah.
That's about always how it works. It's partly a nostalgia thing. Like I said, we do it all the time. But for me, I like to try new things. I would say I'm an adventurous eater.
For sure.
And as far as adventurous eating goes, you'd be hard pressed to find a more interesting place than Tusker House for a character meal.
For a character meal, yes.
And the food's fantastic. I mean, for breakfast they have curries, which is interesting. They have all kinds of unique,
rice on the buffet at breakfast, which is
yeah,
weird.
yeah. They have unique. They have like bread puddings. They have an omelet station,
carving station.
But it's not all you need. I mean, they also have your standard. I think they have like Simba waffles or something like that,
and a whole bunch of fruit
and
cereal, and oatmeal,
like anything your kid would want. They also have bacon and sausage and things like
we have
that.
a special bread pudding, but I don't remember what it is.
I don't either, but it's very good.
It's a lot of sugar.
Yeah, but the characters, I always like to meet Donald. Donald's there. Donald, Mickey, Goofy, and Daisy, I think is right.
I think that's right. Yep.
So if I can meet Donald,
and they're all in safari outfits, which is fun.
And for breakfast sit down restaurants, I think most breakfast sit down restaurants, if you're going to sit down, are character meals. I'm trying to think of some that aren't in Disney World. There's not many. You can get quick service breakfast.
Right.
Yeah. But it's a great way to start the day.
It is.
We really enjoy it. The kids love it. I'm trying to think, they do like most of these character meals, they'll do a little parade through the tables.
A little song and dance.
I don't think it's as popular of a restaurant. It's plenty busy, but...
Here's what I'll say about Tusker House. The earlier you can make a reservation, the better your experience will be. And here's why. Animal Kingdom is the first park to open. So typically they open at like 7:30 in the morning. If you can get an early reservation, there are going to be a whole lot less people in there and a whole lot less people with a lot of children. And why I say this, yes, character meals are for children, but Tusker House is very loud. A lot of bouncy walls.
Sure.
A lot of open crevices where it's like, it's supposed to be that African style, so it's a lot of concrete and it gets real loud in there real fast. And so there have been times where we've had breakfast there around 9:30, and you almost can't hear yourself think because just the kids are excited to see the characters, of course, or they're hangry or maybe they're being impatient. Kids are being kids, and it's just like, whoa, I can't even. And the tables are real close together in there. That being said, I love Tusker House, and it might be on my list somewhere. So but little tip: earlier is better.
And earlier, I mean, it is a buffet. I don't know if I said that, but it's a buffet. That I kind of skipped over this a little bit when I talked about. People are usually worried they're going to miss the characters.
Oh yeah.
Pay attention. I mean, your waiter's actually pretty good about, hey, maybe don't leave. They're like 5 minutes away, but they will. We've had it where we don't miss them very often. Usually we don't all go to the buffet until right when we get there, and right when we get there, we make sure they're not too close. Right. But say I go back and everyone else is at the table, sometimes I don't mind if they meet them and I miss it. But if I was like, oh man, I wish I could meet them, they could be like, hey, our dad's not here. Do you mind coming back? And they'll just go to the next table and they'll come back.
I think they're pretty used to that.
Yeah, and so don't worry too much about missing them. Be conscious of it, but also enjoy yourself and get some food and spend the time getting the food you want to get because you'll get to meet them all.
Cool.
I don't think I have anything else on
No,
that one. I think it's good.
I mean, that covered it. My number 4, we've already talked about Cinderella's royal table. So I like it just a little more than him because it's very princessy. But I would agree it's something you don't have to do more than once, twice maybe. But you need to eat in the castle at least once.
Yeah.
At least.
For sure.
So that was easy. Number 3.
Number 3, Crystal Palace. That's my number 3. Is that your number 3?
Nope. No. Not my number 3.
Crystal Palace, another one that we will do most trips.
Yes.
Now, food quality is, in my opinion, where this is a good one. I think Crystal Palace, the food is great.
I
really enjoy it.
I think it's the best. I don't know. It's good.
It's the,
good breakfast.
It used to be, I think they just opened another place in Disney World, but used to be the only place where you can get Mickey Churro waffles.
Oh, they did. I just heard about that.
I think it's at Caribbean Beach. I think they at the Caribbean Beach little restaurant that they have there, you can get Mickey Churro waffles at the quick service, I think. But as far as I know, as sit-down restaurants, Mickey Churro waffles, incredible. If you've been on Disney Cruise Line, that's kind of a big thing on there, but they serve them at Crystal Palace.
Yes, they do.
But they also have, just really nice, they have biscuits and gravy, shrimp and grits, just
Carving station again.
kind of classic.
Lots of taters.
Classic, but more upscale breakfast foods.
That's a good
I would
one,
think they have little Denver omelets. The food is fantastic.
It is. It's really good. We always leave so full.
Yeah.
And again, they have pog juice.
Yeah.
But you didn't even tell the best part of Crystal Palace. The characters.
No, sure.
Okay, so hold on. The reason why this is so good because of the characters is because the line to meet these characters, which is also in Magic Kingdom,
That's true.
is always an hour or more.
Yes.
Always an hour or more in the sun.
If you have a kid who loves Winnie the Pooh characters, so it's
Or
Winnie
an
the
adult.
Yeah, it's Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Piglet, and Eeyore. If you have a kid or an adult who wants to meet these characters, go to this breakfast or dinner.
It is so worth it. You're going to eat breakfast anyway. Or lunch or not lunch. Dinner. Do they have lunch? Yeah, they have lunch.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to eat at some point during the day anyway. And if you want to meet these characters, 2 birds, 1 stone, man.
Yeah.
You're going to be super satisfied because the food is so good.
It is so good.
And you get to meet these characters in air conditioning. And they take the time at the table most of the time to, play with you. We've bounced with Tigger and we've played Pooh Sticks with Pooh and just, talked about all kinds of things with them.
Yeah.
Whereas if you meet them in the line, everybody gets a picture and then you're rushed off because there's a long line behind you. And so we just love Crystal Palace.
And at the restaurant is, in my opinion, it's beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I think it's themed after an actual place called the Crystal Palace, which is a greenhouse in England. I'm not sure exactly where it's at, so forgive me.
That would make sense,
But
because Pooh's from England.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful restaurant. I think it's themed to Friendship Day.
Yes.
Like a big friendship party.
And they have a parade.
And I think for it, as full as it is, it's not so loud in there.
It's not. It's carpeted, so that helps. You're right. It's not as loud. It gets busy, for sure.
One change they made in the last few years, I don't remember it being this way when we first started going, is Winnie the Pooh does not go around with Tigger, Piglet, and Eeyore. You actually stand in line to meet him.
At any point you want.
Yeah.
So you get to choose when you meet him, which is nice.
But the nice part is, especially if Winnie the Pooh is your favorite, you can get a picture in front of the kind of the central planter, which is, it's a really pretty picture.
It's really pretty.
You're not going to have another family stuff in their face in the background of your picture. That's something that's probably bound to happen in one of these places.
Yeah. Also, this is a silly reason to love Crystal Palace, but sometimes when you check into these restaurants, you're kind of just in a holding area where, you're lucky to find a bench. They have like a really big, cute, with rocking chairs front porch.
Yeah.
And I just
really
love
nice.
that. Like, it's really big and really long, and that's where you sit, and there's fans, so you're not dying, and you get to listen to Main Street, the music there, and see the castle. I don't know. I just think it's a real good way to set you in the mood.
And something, I don't know if you can still do this. Riley will probably know. But something we used to do when we first started going to Disney World is we would book a pre-opening reservation for breakfast at Crystal Palace. So I think with early entry hours, I don't know that you can do that anymore.
I think they start with early entry.
Sure.
So if you're not an early entry guest, technically you can book it 30 minutes early. But now they've moved down Main Street where anybody can get in on Main Street and go shopping. And you can't get to the rides unless you're scanned in with your Magic Band.
But
So I think they kind of
used to be able to book a
fixed.
pre-opening dining reservation and get on an empty Main Street and walk to your restaurant and take some cool pictures. But if you're there very early, like an early breakfast reservation, if you're early risers like we are, Main Street's not too full yet. It's pretty nice.
It's really not.
And you don't have that far to walk once you get in the park.
And there are a lot of people who focus so heavily on rope drop that they do put breakfast off, or they eat before they come. And so the earlier the reservation, there have been times where we've gone to Crystal Palace and the characters have made it around twice, if not more. So I don't know.
I mean, so we usually will have one of the first reservations at Crystal Palace that we can get. When Isla and I just went on our most recent trip, we had breakfast at Crystal Palace, but it was our first day that we were in the park after we arrived late the night before. And so it was at 9:30 or 10, and there were about 3 times as many people in the restaurant as we were used to. Because really, really early, it's hard to get your family up and going that early, and so it just wasn't very busy. Which is nice because, again, it's a buffet, and so you're getting the food right as it hits the buffet line, kind of at its freshest. Not that they're good about changing the food out, but you're getting it right there. And also, you get to meet the characters without too much of a wait. You can make your breakfast go a little bit quicker, at least in our experience.
Love it.
All right.
Okay, so my number 3 is Tusker House. So again, we've already talked about this one, but I love it. I really do. I highly recommend it to all of my people, especially if you're going to go to Animal Kingdom. What a better way to start or end your day.
Now, something I thought about when we were talking about Crystal Palace, where it's very close to the entrance of the park, Tusker House is not close to the entrance of the park.
It's a hike.
And so it's one of those where give yourself plenty of time, not just to get to the park, but I would say a good 10 minutes for most families to walk from the park entrance back to Tusker House.
If you're not including the time it takes to go through security and ticketing.
Right. Like, once you're in the park, I mean, you still have a good amount of ways to walk to get there.
Yes, and consider this is a total side note, but you are allowed to check in on your mobile app to any dining reservation 20 minutes early. So if you aim for that and you get hung up a little bit, then you'll have some wiggle room.
And if you have a choice, Tusker House sits right next to Kilimanjaro Safaris and the Festival of the Lion King. So if you want to do one before your meal and one after, that's great, or vice versa. Those things are all really close together. So you can make a good little chunk of time out of it.
Definitely. Okay, well, we don't need to talk about that one again. So number 2.
Number 2, I'm going to get some flack for this one, and I'll explain
From me
it.
or from them?
From the world, probably.
Okay.
Chef Mickey's is number 2.
Oh, you are pulling nostalgia here. Okay.
Chef Mickey's is one of our family's favorites. I understand every bullet point of every person who does not like this place.
Yeah.
I get it. I really do. Our family has gone to Chef Mickey's. It's
almost every trip.
It used to be either our first or last meal of every single trip we've ever gone on. Our kids love it. You get to meet the classic characters. You're meeting the Fab Five. That's when we think of Disney World, that's who we think of. You're meeting Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, and Pluto. They're in chef outfits. They're playing upbeat music. We actually have little mats. We were actually the first family of the day one time. And they gave the girls little placemats that said like first family of the day, and they still eat dinner on them sometimes.
Okay, the Play-Doh.
Chef Mickey's is great. I like it for if you've got a large party. You're going to find something that everyone will enjoy.
Yeah.
They have a multitude of kinds of food.
Yeah, the weirdest variety of food.
They have a salad bar. They have a cold cut station. They have Asian food. They have Southern food. They have spaghetti. They have carving station.
Literally everything.
Like a cold.
And then a whole kids section of like chicken nuggets, and I'm sure there's other things I can't think of. But yes.
Right. But it's in the Contemporary Resort, another one of our favorites. In the main concourse.
Yeah.
Got the Mary Blair mural right next to you. You got some of our favorite gift shops right where you're waiting.
The monorail.
The monorail is going right above you. the environment is great.
It's like the ultimate Disney experience.
Yeah.
To the cheesiest level.
If you want to take a time machine back to 90s Walt Disney World,
Yeah,
Chef
that's true.
Mickey's. I think they have not changed it much at all. But caveat, you're going to have a lot of little kids going berserk.
Most. Remember how I
it's-
said Tusker House is loud?
And Chef Mickey's is about as open gets, and it is still pretty noisy.
Yeah.
But you're not going to find any food here where somebody's going to say, this is my favorite food at Walt Disney World. I haven't met anybody yet.
But we've also not had the experience other people have said that they had where we found something that was gross.
Right.
I've always liked my dinner.
Sure,
Actually,
yeah.
breakfast or dinner.
I've never
there.
had bad food.
I've always enjoyed it.
But we're big.
It's the chaos that's like a little.
Yeah. But I mean, our podcast is called Window on Main. One of our favorite things about Disney World is the history. This is in one of the original Disney resorts, the contemporary. It's got icons of the park. It's got the monorail. It's got a Mary Blair mural.
Yeah.
It's got the Fab Five. It's got the original 5 main characters of Disney World that you get to meet. And it's just a good time. A lot of nostalgia, a lot of very good memories for our family. So I love Chef Mickey's. I'll always go. Even though I can understand why some people might not like it, might choose something else.
Yeah, I agree. So I actually asked the girls what their just number 1 was because I need their whole list. And Chef Mickey's is Aria's favorite of all time. And while I love Chef Mickey's and I would go time and time again because they love it, and so I'd go for them, it is not on my top 5. So sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay. It almost made it for nostalgia's sake.
Sure.
Like I said, I haven't had a bad experience there. There are just other ones that I would prefer.
I get that.
Okay, so my number 2 is Crystal Palace.
I figured that was her number
We have
2.
very similar lists, just one off. So yeah, I love Crystal Palace. It's one that I would go to every time if you'd let me.
Yeah. I'm not as big person on the Winnie the Pooh characters, so that's kind of the main draw for me. I'm not a big, not that adult men can't be into it. I'm just not into meeting the characters. I'll say, hey, how's it going? I'm more interested in the theming and the environment and the food. And
The food's a big draw for me though. That one's a good one.
but that's a good mix of kind of all of them.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace,
Yeah.
for sure.
All right, number 1.
Number 1's easy.
I think we could probably say it together.
Yeah, Topolino's Terrace.
Yup, mine too.
Topolino's Terrace is now I said I'm
It's
not
only breakfast.
Yeah, I'm not a big breakfast guy. This breakfast is fantastic. It is the closest character dining restaurant to food quality of a restaurant that has no characters,
Yes.
I would say.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's a la carte, so you're eating a restaurant meal where you order exactly what you want. You're not ordering 19 things if you don't want to. And it's not a buffet. You're staying at your table. It's in the beautiful Riviera Resort on the very top floor. Now, side note, Topolino's Terrace for dinner, also fantastic. One of my favorite meals I've ever had
fancy
at Disney
food.
World. And so but you can go out on the little balcony, not the little balcony, go out on the big balcony, and you can see miles and miles
You can see
across
all the
Disney World
parks from
property. But the character interactions, wonderful.
Yes, so it's artist themed. So you've got Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Daisy all in their artist garb. And so they're each different things. I think Donald's a sculptor, Mickey's a painter, Minnie is a writer, which is really sweet, and Daisy is
Ballerina.
a ballerina. She's a dancer.
She's a
That's
dancer.
right. It's like I know she doesn't have paint all over her, but it's really cute. And then even the dishes that they bring, like they bring a bunch of bread, like muffins and croissants and stuff, in this little paint bucket. And it's not like what you'd think of from Lowe's paint bucket. Like it's a ceramic one with just fake paint all over. It's so cute.
And the butter spreader is a little paintbrush, like a metal
like a
paintbrush.
palette thing.
Yeah, and it's not busy. I think because it's not easy to get to. It's obviously not in a park. The Poly's not, or
You can
Ohana's
take the
not either.
Skyliner to the Riviera.
You can. It's still I don't know, Riley books all of our reservations. I think it's fairly easy to, maybe not, I don't know.
Fairly. Now, it is only for breakfast, and so that's a little harder. You have a shorter window to get in there. But, I mean, I typically don't have issues getting this, until the secret gets out, and then it's really popular. But it is harder to get to, so that might help us a little.
Mm-hmm. And it's slowly, I mean, I say Chef Mickey's was always either the first or last meal of our trip. Slowly is getting replaced a lot of times by Topolino's Terrace. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of the same characters. It's a little more classy environment. I think a prettier environment. It's quieter. We prefer the food more. All around fantastic.
The food is so good. It's so good.
Yeah, and so if you have time to get over there, I mean, if you're staying at the Riviera, easy, go upstairs,
I'm jealous.
have breakfast and dinner both at Topolino's because it is so good.
Yes. Now dinner there doesn't have characters, but it is delicious.
Mm-hmm. One of the best.
I don't know that our kids loved it.
I would agree. I would say that it's one of the ones that trends more. They have things for kids, like every Disney World restaurant. It's one of those restaurants that trends more adult, I feel like.
Yeah, like fancy food, weird food, French-ish style.
Yeah. So the Riviera is French and Italian.
Yeah. Combination.
Influence. I had the sole, one of the top. I would say one of the top 3 best fish dishes I've ever had. This is wonderful. I think it's the chef's grandmother or mother's recipe. Outstanding. If you like fish, I would recommend that.
Also, just a little side note, because I didn't know this until he taught me. What does Topolino mean?
It means Mickey Mouse in Italian. So Topolino is Mickey Mouse.
So Topolino's Terrace is Mickey's Terrace.
Yeah.
Which is really cute.
But we love it. I would never be disappointed to eat there. They have a variety. Most of these places do, but usually we'll eat there. That'll be our last meal of our trip. It has been, I think, the last 5 or 6 times we've gone with the kids. And by the time the last meal rolls around, I have eaten way too much of not good for me food for a week.
Yeah.
And Topolino's has nice, kind of lighter. They have other things too, but they have a lot of good, just really tasty, light options there.
They do. Oh, now my mouth is watering.
Yeah, it's so good. I can't wait to go back.
Okay, so that was our top 5. Let us know in the comments if you agree, disagree. Don't be too mean.
I'm sure some people, like we said at the beginning, people will definitely disagree. There will be ones that, like we said. So, I mean,
there are a lot on the list that didn't make our list.
Yeah.
That we would still say go try.
Sure.
I don't know. What would you say would be the best one for first timers?
Oh, I mean, Chef Mickey's, I would say.
I would have to say either Chef Mickey's or Cinderella's Royal Table, because it's the castle. I mean,
because for first timers too, something that I want to think about is accessibility. The Riviera Resort, I mean, you can find it, but
it's kind of tricky unless you know.
But the Contemporary, you get on the monorail. A lot of people are on the monorail. They can find it pretty easier.
Yeah.
I mean, the castle.
Or you
it's
can
hard.
walk to it.
It's hard to miss that one.
You don't miss the castle.
I think I would choose based on the party that I'm with. If you have a little girl who loves princesses, Cinderella's Royal Table. Now, side note, Cinderella's Royal Table is very hard reservation to get. Akershus Royal Banquet Hall in the Norway Pavilion in Epcot,
Not as hard.
not as hard to get. More different food.
Definitely different food.
Which is interesting. I understand why they chose it because it's in the Norway Pavilion.
Yeah.
And the food is good, but
it's also family style, right?
It's also family style. But I mean, they have like cold meat and cheese. Yeah. They have scrambled eggs. I think it's wonderful because I like to try different things. But if you're taking a 3-year-old...
Our kids don't eat everything.
Right. They won't eat everything on the plate. But you get to eat princesses.
Yes, you do.
In a much more accessible environment than Cinderella's Royal Table for a lot of people. It's hard if you're going for 4 days. It would be very hard to get a Cinderella's Royal Table reservation, I would think, most times of the year. So Akershus is a great second.
Also, though, for Akershus, if you do get that one, again, like Tusker House, it's a long way to Norway.
Yeah.
It's a long way.
Sure.
It's longer than you think it is.
Yep.
And so
we were late.
Allow yourself like 20 minutes of walking only time to
our
get.
Very first one we were late. We actually got pushed to the next day because we weren't there on time.
We got in trouble.
I mean, first timers is, I think a lot of it too requires knowing your party that you're traveling with. Because there are ones that...
Know where your kids love.
Yeah,
the characters.
I mean, if your kid is a Stitch fanatic, Ohana's a fantastic restaurant for first timers.
So good.
But if I'm there for my first time, I think I want to meet Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
And so that's why I would pick Chef Mickey's. Topolino's also great, just harder for a first timer to find.
It is harder to find.
I would think.
They do have the best food, though.
But classic Mickey experience, you're meeting Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, and Pluto. You're meeting what you think of when you think of Disney World. So that's what I would pick.
Definitely.
So what would you pick?
I mean, like I said, it would either be Chef Mickey or Cinderella's Royal Table. For the girls, definitely. I don't know. I don't know. Both of them. If you could do both of them, that would be great.
Sure.
Start your trip with one, end your trip with the other. Because there's really nothing like eating in the castle. That might be my choice. But
It's okay.
yeah, I don't know. This is a hard one to do, guys.
Yeah.
This
And
is
like I
hard.
say, ask me next month, it may change. Probably
Right.
not, but I think we've kind of had our law of averages enough where I got a pretty good idea on what I like. At least character meals wise. Throw in the rest of the restaurants, that's a different ball game. But
Right.
yeah, that's what I think. I think Chef Mickey's and Cinderella's Royal Table would be hard pressed to go wrong either way. I think you'll have a good time.
Are there any character meals that are skip worthy?
I'm gonna hurt some feelings here. It's
Me
okay.
too, I guess.
And I think Riley will agree. I have now, and this isn't a one-off where I went once and I didn't like it. I've been 3 times.
We tried, guys. We really did.
Storybook dining at Ours Point is not for me.
It ain't for me.
I tried
I've been
it 3
twice. He's
times.
been 3 times.
I think a lot of it is Snow White's not really a story that speaks to me specifically. So I'm not overly excited to meet the characters. It's fun to meet. So the characters at Storybook Dining are the Evil Queen, Snow White, Grumpy, and Dopey. It's not super easy to get to. It's at Wilderness Lodge.
Every time that I've been, we've been on time, and they do not give us our table for like 30 minutes.
And I mean, the food is more, so I talk about, it is more on the upscale side for character
And
meals.
weird.
It's different.
It's prefix, right?
Prefix,
You
it
don't
is.
choose.
It is on the more expensive side, and I
It
think it
is.
is a more difficult reservation to get sometimes.
It's fairly difficult. But I think the only redeeming quality about that restaurant is the Evil Queen, because she is awesome. And you get to walk up and meet her. There is a photographer there. I forgot about that.
Okay.
But yeah, the very first time we had we were on time, and then the table we didn't get sat until like
I think
30
they were
to
running
40
quite a bit
minutes behind. And then it was like, you could tell our poor waiter was trying to rush us through it all, because he wanted to go home, of course. Like, I understand that, but it did not make for a very pleasant experience. And then the food just wasn't anything to write home about. And we waited a few years, and we're like, maybe that was just a weird experience. We're willing to try anything twice. So we went back. And we decided, this one I don't think is for us.
Yeah.
And like I said, my number 12, which is this one,
Yeah.
would be somebody's number 1.
For sure.
There are people who love storybook dining.
And if you love Snow White, the Snow
Yep.
White characters, you're not going to meet them. You're not going to meet the Evil Queen, as far as I know, anywhere else.
No.
That I know.
You'll see her. You'll see her in Fantasmic. You'll see her at the Halloween party, but you don't get to meet her.
And it's not the scary old witch looking one. It's the young one.
She's still scary.
She's still kind of
rude
intimidating.
on purpose.
But I thought a lot about it. I try not to be negative, and I try to keep an open mind with these things. And I think about it, I'm like, why don't I care for this? And it's not helpful to anybody, but I feel like it's just, for me, it's just missing something.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's missing. But after 3 times, unless they roll something out completely different, like a new menu or a new way of doing it, I don't think I need to go there again.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
So.
Good stuff. Do you have any other categories we need to fill?
We kind of talk about best food. Food is going to be subjective. I recommend always, if you're going to make a dining reservation, look at the menu with the decision-making members of your party, make sure it sounds like something. Again, they'll usually have accessible things for most
There's
people.
chicken nuggets everywhere.
Oh, so this is a side note. So I try to I was going to mention this, and I just thought of it. My favorite character dining meal took place at not any of my top 5 favorite character dining places.
Like your one time.
My one meal that was the best one I had was not at any of my top 5.
What is it?
It was at Hollywood and Vine in
with
Hollywood
Vine.
Studios.
I wasn't there.
So Hollywood and Vine, they do. So breakfast is the Disney Junior characters. This happened to be lunch. Lunch and dinner are themed, I think, throughout the year to Minnie's throwing a party. So there's Minnie's springtime dine, there's Minnie's Halloween dine, and then there's Minnie's Christmas, I think, or holiday dine. This one happened to be the Halloween one. This was Aria and I went on our trip, just the two of us, the one where we did 1,000,000 character meals. And it was our last day in Disney World, and this was something she picked, and we went for Minnie's Hollywood dine. And our schedule just worked out. This could be a very good tip. I wouldn't put money on it, but it just worked for us. Our lunch was at like 2:30. Not a very common time. Right in between lunch and dinner, we just had a flight at 6, and it worked. Last meal, get in the car and go to the airport. And we were one of 3 tables in that restaurant.
And that's a big restaurant.
It's a big restaurant. And there were, I think we kind of hit a lull in crowds and a lull in dining reservations. But we were there for an hour and a half, and there was maybe 3 minutes that a character wasn't at our table with Aria.
Whoa.
And they don't, you would think if I was in one of those, if I was one of those characters, they'd be like, okay, break time, let's take it easy for a bit.
Right.
But they just wandered the restaurant. It was the only time I ever remember in a character meal 2 of the characters coming up together and interacting with each other. So Goofy and Mickey came to our table to talk to us. I have some fantastic pictures of Mickey in his vampire costume, and he's like touching his nose to Aria's head while she sits at the table. Yes. But I think that's a fluke circumstance. But maybe you can glean a little pearl out of that, where it's like, hey, maybe if you go at off times, you have a chance to have.
I recommend that.
A lot of people love Garden Grill for that reason. Garden Grill is a smaller restaurant, and therefore that's one of the restaurants where you have a very good chance of meeting the characters multiple times. And a lot of people want to meet them multiple times. And so that if you're all about, hey, how much can I actually spend time with them, Garden Grill is a good choice. Garden Grill is a lot of people would be on, I would argue, most people's top 5.
Probably. Not ours, though.
Not for us, and I think it's just because the food is something that we're very familiar with at home. And so it's just not...
It's not bad food. It's
not
just
bad.
not our favorite food out of all.
It's not our favorites. It's one of those things where we eat that kind of food a lot, and so when we're on vacation, we just don't care to eat it again. But our daughters, we've been there a few times because our daughters love Chippendale, and I believe that's the only place you can meet Chippendale at a character dining restaurant.
In a restaurant, yeah.
So that's another great one in the Land Pavilion in Epcot. And the restaurant rotates through Living with the Land.
It does.
And so it's just slowly, you don't even really notice until you look up from your table.
And you're somewhere different, which is fun.
But it's structured very interestingly for a restaurant, so there's some theme that's cool there too. Just not one of my top 5.
Yeah, I would agree. It was not that far. Well, I guess it was farther down on my list, but that's okay. I still like it. I would still go.
I'm just looking at our list and trying to think of ones that are just stand out. I could say this, aside from the one we've already mentioned, and I've been 3 times. There's not any restaurant on here that I would say I don't want to go there again.
Yeah, I agree.
I enjoyed them all for their own individual things.
Now there are, like I said in the beginning, there are multiple restaurants to meet Mickey in, and so there are definitely, don't meet Mickey every restaurant you go to. Choose different characters.
You can if you want, but I would I would.
Because you can meet
try
him,
to mix it up.
You can meet him at Chef Mickey's. You can meet him at Garden Grill. You can meet him at Hollywood and Vine. You can meet him at Ohana. You can meet him at Topolino's Terrace and Tusker House. Like, you don't need to go to all those on one trip.
Sure.
Spread it out. Go see a princess or a Pooh.
And a lot of times we'll just think about, I would say we go for character meals for breakfast more than anything. That's kind of our breakfast meal, and then we'll have a nicer sit-down meal for dinner. Because those meals take up a lot of your day. And we're usually hungry, but we also don't like to rush. We're not the kind of people who are going to rope drop and run and get in the line for a ride. That's just not who our family is. And so we'll get in there early and kind of take it slow and enjoy the scenery while it's still a little quieter, and enjoy some food and kind of get our day started.
Rope drop is really never in our vocabulary.
Sure.
Unless you're there, like Aria and I were for opening of Muppets Rock and Roller
Right.
Coaster. That was a long day, but it was fun.
But I would look at first. I'm just trying to think of how I would pick what character meals. I'd pick the characters that you want
Yeah,
to meet. That's
choose
kind
the
of the first
character.
thing I would choose. And then I would look at my schedule and I would see where that fits into my schedule.
Yeah, like where it's located, where you'll be that day, or how can you plan your schedule around meeting this?
And then I would look at the food. For most of these, I think most of these, they're buffets.
Yeah.
And most buffets, if not all buffets that I've been to at Disney World, have a section that's just, it could be random, like Tusker House has curry and rice and babodi and everything, and then they've got a little kids section that just has Mickey waffles and bacon and sausage and eggs. And so you're not going to put your kid in a bad spot where they're not going to eat food and have a bad time.
Let's see, the buffets are Cape May's Cafe, Chef Mickey's, Crystal Palace, Hollywood and Vine, Tusker House, and 1900 Park Fair. Family Style is Akershus. I feel like Cinderella's Royal Table was at breakfast, but it's been so long I don't remember. So maybe not. Let's see, Garden Grill
It's Family Style.
is Family Style. Ohana is Family Style. And then normal traditional ordering, Topolino's Terrace. Is there any other one? Cinderella's Royal Table, for at least for lunch and dinner.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's right. So if that matters to you.
Yeah. But we love character dining.
You should do it.
You should do it. It's one of those where I don't know if I didn't have very little kids, it's something that I would want to do every single day.
Well, no.
But I would think that most people, if you're interested in going to Disney World, for the reasons that most people are interested in going to Disney World, you will enjoy character dining.
And also, as an adult, it's okay to meet the characters.
Sure.
It's okay to like the characters. It's okay to take pictures with the characters. They're there for you too.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's okay. Don't make it awkward.
Yeah. But comment below, what's your favorite character meal and why?
Tell us how wrong we are.
Sure. I'd love
It's
to hear
okay.
it. But we'd love to hear everyone else's opinions
Yes,
because there are things that I'm sure people have experienced that we haven't.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all about it, having new experiences. Thanks for joining us for this conversation today. Looking forward to having a lot more interesting conversations. These ranking videos are fun. I like doing them. I like
It is fun.
hearing. I can have a pretty good guess, but I'm not always spot on what Riley will pick. But
Like
but
when
thanks for
Chef
joining
Mickey's
us.
threw me for a loop.
Looking forward to hearing everyone's opinions and getting to know people.
We hope you enjoyed this view from our window.
Thank you. Bye.